Kelly found something the other day, and Director Kelly, I'm going to let you kind of take the reins here because this was totally out of left field and actually kind of really cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to set this up quick and then we'll listen to it. But it's this video that I found on Facebook of this woman who decided that the NFL divisions don't make a lot of sense how they are and decided to reorder them in a way that made sense to her. So we're going to take a listen.
This is how NFL divisions would be organized if I got to do it by team names. In the NFC Nautical Division, you would have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Miami Dolphins, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Seattle Seahawks. In the NFC Working Class Division, you would have the Green Bay Packers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, and the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, so you get the Cowboys in this division.
Which is
Did not see that coming.
murderer's row of a division, by the way. If you're just going on historical accuracy, 4, 6, 5, and 5 Super Bowls apiece. We already think the NFC East is loaded with Super Bowl trophies on
Yeah.
it. That's insane.
So the working class, though, that's where we're categorizing the Cowboys in with the Niners, the Steelers, and the Packers.
I was
because-
gonna say-
Who else would you
Steelers
put
and the
there?
Cowboys. Don't
What?
quit.
Who else would you put there?
Oh, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I just I didn't expect working class to be the title that the Cowboys would
fell
be.
into?
Well, it's not even the Cowboys I'm upset about. I'd look at the Niners. I'm going, those are all prospectors. Like, that's not really working class. Like, what are we talking about here? They're just trying to strike gold here. I'd go Oilers before that because that at least feels like
but that's not a
Well, but an
current
Oilers
team.
kind of a prospector too. Like, what is Jerry Jones? If
I know,
not-
but one, you're actually sifting through like a gold on a pan. The other one, you've got to deal with oil and dig. I'd put more Oilers on there if Oilers were still in the league.
Okay, let's see what else she's
who's
got.
working harder, the guy digging for gold or Jerry Jones saying
Quiet down. It is
that area?
the magician.
Kelly's moving.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
In the NFC Mythical Division, you would have the Tennessee Titans, the,
Mythical
New
Division.
Orleans Saints, the New York Giants, and the San Diego Chargers.
I
mean,
appreciate
fully
these
disagree
unicorns.
with just all of this.
What'd you say, Michelle?
I hate this so far.
Why do
She's
you
like
hate this?
0 for 12 in my mind. Mythical, and you have the Giants?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a giant in real life. It is a mythical thing.
Andre-
Victor
An-
Wembanyama.
Andre the
Okay.
Giant. Literally Andre the Giant.
I'm gonna let her finish, then I'm gonna have a word.
I'm gonna let you finish. That's a reference.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Did you get that reference?
I did. I don't know what it's from. I don't know the reference I'm referencing, but I know that it's one.
Kanye.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
Kanye
take
at
it
the
back. Sorry. No affiliation. Sorry. I'm gonna let this sweet young lady.
Okay, back to our good friend and her divisions.
Look at her face. She's so angry at me.
And in the NFC mammals that are neither humans or cats division, you have the Chicago Bears, the Indianapolis Colts, the Denver Broncos, and the Los Angeles Rams.
I love the distinction of non-cat / non-human.
Also, not me thinking like she's talking about a horseshoe. I guess a colt is actually a horse. But
Yeah,
I'm
last
lying.
time I
that is
checked.
Absolutely the case, yes.
Yeah. Okay, moving
In
on.
the AFC
Is this the
Big
first
Cat
time you
Yeah,
thought
okay.
about the fact that the Colts aren't
Or
just
a
the
horseshoe.
horseshoe?
Yes.
Okay,
You saw it in real time.
We're done with the NFC. Michelle hates it. Moving
Literally
on to
0 for 20.
moving on to the AFC.
You would have the Cincinnati
No, this one makes
Bengals, the
sense.
Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Carolina Panthers.
That's the
in the
first
AFC
one.
Big-
She's.
Go ahead.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that one?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
passes the
What
bar.
is all right? What is things? Can we predict what's going to be in the things that fly division?
In the AFC.
I don't
mean,
think
I know,
that they
'cause
are
I tried
tethered to
video.
AFC. Or
I was gonna
NFC
say
here.
that-
AFC things that fly.
I know, but AFC,
Right, but I
NFC's
think
been
she
thrown
just-
out.
Yeah, I think
Oh, sorry. Got
it,
it.
it can be anything that
Steelers on
flies.
the other
Sorry.
side. So
Ignore me.
So what are the things that fly in the NFL?
Well, Seahawks, but those are out.
No,
Yeah.
that's birds.
I know. Okay, but Seahawks do fly. Like
The Eagles?
giving
They're
her the
in the
benefit of the
NFC
doubt.
North.
That was they were
Yeah,
they were
so
in
there-
they were
there
in the
should-
nautical
so
division.
like so
Yes.
how it had like non-human,
you're
non-cat.
telling
They
me
should say
Seahawk
things
is
that
a
fly
nautical?
non-bird.
It C is in the name.
All right, I got
Okay.
Eagle. There's an
Okay,
Eagle in
go.
there.
Okay, I'm gonna
Eagle,
hit,
okay,
I'm gonna
Eagle.
I'm gonna hit play.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
fly
Just do it.
division, you'd have the Baltimore Ravens, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Atlanta Falcons, and the New York Jets.
I'm over her.
Okay, Michelle brought up the Cardinals, and so I'm very excited about what I know is coming in just a little bit.
Jesus.
I mean, Jets do
Technically,
fly.
yes, that's a
Jets
great
do
segue.
fly.
I'm done with all of you.
Okay, you ready? Michelle's not ready for this.
In the
No, I'm
AFC
not.
Power Players division, you would have the Washington Commanders, the New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are no longer the bird Cardinals. They are the Catholic hierarchical bureaucrat Cardinals.
Mike has fallen out of the frame.
I
Okay.
don't hate anybody because there ain't no time for hate in your heart. This girl's getting close.
That's the most southern you have sounded in 2 years of
I got
going
your
on.
heart.
Kanye and a Southern Charm reference.
that
I
got
like the
called
little.
out.
I like the little
There ain't no
bishop's
time
hat
for
on the
hate in
cardinal.
your heart.
I agree. I don't think.
I also went Matt Howard with it. What?
Okay.
I don't
let's-
think the current
Are
Pope
we
would
almost
be a
done?
Cardinals fan.
Yeah, we're almost done. You ready to
I
finish it
just
up?
love that she said Catholic hierarchical bureaucrat. That's
Look at
well
her face
done.
right now.
Okay.
Fits the theme better, you know. And last but not least, I'd make the AFC just a bunch of random
Bunch of
dude
random
division.
dudes.
We would put the Cleveland Browns, the Buffalo Bills, the Houston Texans, and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
There you go.
I love this.
Can you name? Can you name
I
the
love this so
random
much.
dudes that these teams were named after?
Mike.
Buffalo Bills, Cleveland Browns. The Raiders don't count in this. There's no name. What
They're
was
the
other
Fighting
one?
Al Davises.
Oh, and the Texans and the Texans.
Yes.
Houston
Technically,
Texans.
they're named
Texans
after
are
all of us.
that one doesn't
I'd-
quite as well fit the category, but
Put
you
the-
could argue Sam Houston.
Put Texans in the working class.
Yep.
You could
Except
do
I
And
But
believe
what does a
49ers
Texan do?
out.
That's
they're
not a
not.
job.
Are they not a bull?
that. Yeah, that's
like-
not a job.
But
are they not a bull?
Right. That's the
It
logo.
is a bull logo.
I just have to
that's
say,
true.
and you guys know this about me, I am not a huge NFL fan.
Me either. After that, that just ruined it for me.
I need to have a word.
no,
I need to go
okay.
find this sweet.
And
Kelly, do
Michelle,
you know-
I love you so much, Michelle. You and I are so diametrically opposed on this because I think this is genius.
Do you know
love me-
Kelly,
wait.
the names? What?
Did you just say you love me so much?
I did.
Aw.
You guys? I have been telling Kelly I love her since I started here.
That's
We're
true.
I've
having a
never
moment.
once gotten it said back.
Kelly, do you have a
Don't
double
right now.
box with just the two of you?
I can make one.
We got a couch. I mean, we're looking for a couch.
We're not talking about the couch. Mike, you were trying to make a point.
He was gonna ask us for names of
Okay,
someone that doesn't-
Mike,
Hard-
make your
hard
point, and
left
we're just
turn.
gonna do this. Wait.
Aww.
is this,
This is adorable.
is this an intervention?
It is a little Christmas themed.
You guys are on camera together, not talking. By the way, just
Well, she
smiling
posed.
at each other.
I can pose with her.
Can you name
Probably not.
the individual men that those two teams, the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns, were named after?
Absolutely not.
I bet you can, Mike. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Do you know?
Yeah, Paul Brown for one.
Paul Brown.
Who was also the Bengals guy, by the way. But you know,
True.
there's a lot of drama there.
True.
And then, isn't it Buffalo Bill Cody?
Buffalo Bill Cody.
Yeah. So
I have
Okay,
heard
so
of
they're in the
Buffalo
name.
Bill
Got
Cody.
it. Okay.
yeah.
Buffalo
Well,
Bill
I'm sure
Cody.
she knew that when she put him in that group.
Which is why the Buffalo Bills
He didn't hear me say that.
have the buffalo as
guarantee
their logo, even though that's also their city name. Like, I don't think there's another team that works that way where the logo is their city rather than the mascot, because the
That's
mascot
an interesting
isn't really.
question. I'm gonna have to go down that rabbit hole.